Travel Television honors volunteers by telling their amazing stories. Watch this month as your neighbors respond to those in need after Hurricane Katrina, the Joplin, Missouri tornado, and Hurricane Sandy's devastation.
Michael Abbott, who used to work in crisis management for an oil company in Louisiana, now uses those skills as a volunteer coordinator for Catholic Charities in Laplace, one of the areas most affected by the most recent hurricane, Isaac.
The volunteers range from every church organization around. The Baptists were here helping, the Mormons, Catholics. It seemed like everybody bonded together for one common goal, to help the community. From helping gutting houses, like I said, moving furniture out of houses, moving trash to the street, hauling tree branches out of people's yards, cutting trees down, putting tarps on people's roofs. We had approximately 40 families who needed tarps on their roof because the roof was damaged. Approximately 100 people who needed trash hauled to the street. 200 people that needed to move. They just couldn't, all their furniture had to be relocated. So we have trailers here that we were sending out into the community to start moving furniture out. We gutted approximately 600 homes, and you can see the list behind me of what jobs are complete, homes gutted, and what's on the table is still work to be done. And as we gut the homes or complete the task, I put it on the board behind me, and that board is going to have to be restarted as we go back to fix people's houses. So that complete list is just guttered.
They were probably on the floor. Well, that home probably got 18 inches to 2 feet of water. You can imagine the trash that's there.
The smell is almost like a cow field, is what the smell is like out here. It's pretty bad. Okay, so Mike is taking me on a tour of one of the houses that they have gutted and they're working on.
Gutted 612 Manchester. Mm-hmm. You can kind of see the sheetrock and everything's here.
It might have been this high. Right?
Okay.
And it went over those windows. It went over those windows. See, I took the screw open. Later than that, we had a mold guy come in here. Mold and remediation. Mm-hmm. We had that done last Saturday. And last Friday and Saturday. It's okay for Travel Television to use this.
And the sensitivity that's there. You got to be very sensitive because it's a sensitive issue to the individuals whose homes are flooded or they got issues. You have to be very sensitive. So I think I got my knowledge from work, and I retired with 35 years of service and volunteering to do this now.
A group of 360 enthusiastic volunteers gathered at Santa Anita Park in Arcadia, California on November of 2012 for the 29th running of the Breeders' Cup. Thoroughbred horses from all over the world competed for this prestigious horse racing championship. According to the organizers, the volunteers were indispensable in the smooth running of the event and exemplary representatives of the United States. For jockey Brian Hernandez, celebrating his 27th birthday, the win was the biggest of his career as he rode Fort Larned to victory. It was also the first Breeders' Cup win for trainer Ian Wilkes. Some of the volunteers were seasoned horse people. For others who had never been to a horse race, it was their introduction to the sport of kings. In the end, they all agreed the 2 days of racing were spectacular. The beauty and majesty of the horses were well matched by the joyful and efficient volunteers. Horses and people all answered the call to serve.
When you think about democracy, people think that it's about voting, and it is. But a democracy is about participating, and there's nothing more important than service. Because service is the way for every one of us to do their part. Not just the people who get elected, not just the people who dare to serve, but every single one of us who say, it's my turn.
Oh, I got hit 6:30. I'm excited. I couldn't sleep, so I had to get to the track early. Excited to be here. It's a big day. Breeders' Cup. It's still early, but we're getting our coffee and we're getting jacked up.
It's a different kind of thing. It's a different kind of volunteer. It's a happy volunteer. So that's the fun about being at Santa Anita on Breeders' Cup Day. The big cup, the big day, the big horse.
The unofficial result, runner number 5.
Shaft almost mirror the head of the strong cat. Trained by Dean Wayne Lucas.
I'm an owner escort, so I'm assigned a couple owners, and I will be escorting them from their seats down to the saddling barn in the paddock area, and then back to their seats, and hopefully if their horse wins, I'll be then taking them down to the winner's circle.
This is great. Such joy in their faces as winners.
Yeah.
And just the same joy that I've experienced as a volunteer today.
Let the horses down in the paddock, please. Folks, hold it down, please.
Good job. So what is your job?
I'm a volunteer here, and I'm watching security at the paddock area.
Is it hard?
Well, it is when people don't listen to you when you tell them they don't have the right clearance, but it's fun. It's a beautiful day, and we're having a great time.
Have you seen any of the volunteers?
Yes, they're all over.
Yes.
They're spread out throughout the facility, and they're doing a great job.
So are you ready to volunteer?
Up. You can do it as you see it right there. Now you be a moving doggy. Get up. Get up.
So is she a volunteer?
Yes, like she's a volunteer.
So if Zenyatta, now that she's retired, do you think she'd be a good volunteer?
Absolutely. Heart of gold, run all day long, absolutely, and finish at the head of the pack.
He's a miracle little doggy.
Horses.
Well, tomorrow I have Game on Dude, so I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
Hey Pete, how are the volunteers doing?
Beautifully. Everybody's wonderful. They're great attitudes, and they're all showing up, and everything's great.
Okay. So what do we have to do? So, okay.
Okay, I'm Connie Russell, and today I'm a little busy.
Okay.
So, it's Connie.Russell@santaanita.com.
And what is Connie's position here at the Breeders' Cup?
She is a volunteer coordinator.
And how's she doing?
She's doing awesome. She's awesome. She's got that smile that makes you smile. She always keeps your spirits up, everything. So I love Connie to death. I love her to death.
And they're from Michigan.
Wow, so so can I ask you something?
Yes.
All right. What do you think the characteristics of a good volunteer are?
I think good idea.
It's not about the money, it's about having a good time. And events like the Breeders' Cup is priceless.
Being organized, patient, taking direction, and smiling.
So you have to be flexible if you're doing volunteer work,
very
right?
Flexible. You have to be able to just move when they ask you to move and go where they need you.
I signed him over there because they needed him right away.
Felix Berto?
Yeah,
Okay.
he goes by David, so he's here.
Okay.
What just happened?
Well, what just happened is one of our captains has been moved to another area, so I'm taking over for her.
You must be a busy volunteer.
Yes, I am. And I'm a captain, too.
Where's your station?
We have all the 4 levels on the turf club.
Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Nope.
What the volunteers do for this event is you can't put into words. It wouldn't happen if it wasn't for the volunteers, and we really owe a lot to them. And anything I can do as a as a horseman I want to do and to show my thanks. So I'm in.
Everything is wonderful.
Do you think volunteering changes people's lives?
I absolutely do. I think it's very contagious. Once you do it, you just really get that fever and you want to continue doing more and more. And here in Arcadia, many of these volunteers are Arcadia residents. They volunteer thousands of hours for all sorts of causes, including things like, promoting the Breeders' Cup.
First of all, I have been seeing those purple shirts everywhere. They've been so responsive, so sweet, so nice, so helpful, and really going out of their way to always be courteous and sweet and let us know where to go or what to do. And I have felt like they have added a significant part to this day.
I just had a moment that I've never experienced in my life. It was absolutely awesome.
Got the horse right here. The name is Paul Revere. And if the weather says it's really clear, can do. If the volunteers say they can do.
For more than 7 years, United Way has provided students with an opportunity to give back to their communities and make a difference during their spring break. Through this collaboration between United Way and Deloitte, over 2,500 students have proven that spring break does not automatically equate to bathing suits and parties. It can be tool belts and stepping out of one's comfort zone to provide volunteer service for those hard hit by natural disasters. This year, the events were organized to help victims of Hurricane Sandy, a storm that ravaged the Atlantic coast, leaving in its wake hundreds of miles of eroded shores and demolished homes. Visit the United Way Take Action webpage to see the work that's been done in the past, partner organizations, read the blog, watch videos, and figure out how you and your friends or school group can participate. You can sign up for email updates and see what projects are on the horizon. Sadly, it seems there is no shortage of disasters that need people with the heart and determination to lend a hand. What better way to spend spring break than bonding with like-minded people while helping those who may have lost everything to take action and live united? Travel Television spoke with author and travel celebrity Andrew Zimmern from the Travel Channel's Bizarre Foods. He shared how you can enhance your food experiences by traveling and volunteering.
The funny thing is that I get more letters every day from people saying, how do I eat like you? How do I have lunch in someone's home? And usually I just invite myself. That's actually how it works. But if you're overseas and you're doing humanitarian work and volunteer tourism, charitable tourism programs, you're going to end up, that is the guaranteed 120% lock way that you're going to be able to access food that you would never access any other way. You're not going to get invited into somebody's home and have a grandmother cook you an incredible seafood lunch on the beaches of Lalumanu Beach unless you're helping rebuild a home in a village. And if you're doing that, you're a miracle worker. And if you're a miracle worker, you're an honored guest. And if you're an honored guest, you're going to get to try that moray eel baked with fresh coconut milk and calamansi juice, and that's going to curl your toes.
Hi, I'm Katy Dailey. Welcome to Give and Get Away Volunteer Vacations. It's a show that takes you across the world to find new experiences in new places, all while giving back to the global community. In this episode, we work with Open Mind Projects in Thailand to teach English and technical skills to local trainees. We get a chance to put some of our own skills to good use while helping students further their education. Stay tuned. Project Paluang Soisi.
Oh, má phải xông thân đen này nè. Ê, tùng nhân nè. Soisi nè, Paluang Soisi nè, tùng Palang nè.
So what we're talking about this afternoon is about our teaching ideas, open mind, and also how we would like volunteer to do in the school.
Before we can teach on our own, we need to learn the essentials. And that means getting up in front of a real class to practice. We each pick a basic English topic for primary school and do a mock lesson together before we head to the classroom. Today, I'll teach you more colors. What color is your shirt?
My shirt is red.
Dana?
My shirt is red.
My shirt is red. Today is our first day teaching at a primary school. We'll be teaching them a couple English subjects, plus getting a little bit of teaching experience ourselves, which I think we may need. I will be teaching them colors by use of fruits and a couple games, so hopefully everyone's going to have a good time. Now's our chance to stand up in front of a whole class and teach English as a foreign language.
Okay, we will go through this on the board, slowly, cha-cha.
Chunchu Katy. Today we will learn about colors. Bhutan, what color is this?
What color is this?
White. White. It doesn't take long before we realize that while the lesson plan provides structure, the real challenge was keeping a big group of students engaged. What is your favorite color?
What is your favorite color?
Okay. Standing at the whiteboard seems too intimidating for me and too boring for the kids, so I need to switch it up a little. Your favorite color is orange and yellow. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is... But the students are still getting antsy, so I skipped to a game instead to finish the day. Yellow. Red. Green. Green. There we go. The nervousness I felt when I first started has already disappeared, and I can loosen up a bit and have fun with the kids. Our first big hurdle is past us now, and after one day, I already feel more prepared to start teaching next week on my own. Bye-bye. And we even get the official certificates to show we're ready. Well, we all got our project placements based on skills and expertise and any past experience. We get sorted into what projects we'd be best at doing. So I'm going to be here at the training center, same one we've been at doing our training for the past few days. And I'm going to be helping with media for some of the trainees. So on Monday, we'll find out what exactly they need us to help with. Next time on Give and Get Away. We get our first taste of having our own lessons unsupervised and figure out how to teach complex topics in 1 week with a language barrier. We need to get this together. Next time, only on Give and Get Away.
We are a disaster response team. We've been coming to Joplin since the tornado hit. Why do we do it? It's because God told us to do it.
I'm been doing mission work here in Joplin for, this is my 4th trip, and it's one of my passions to help others, because I've been blessed with, was able to retire early in my life, and so I was giving back some of my time back to the community.
Most of us that come down on these trips are retired. We still have our health and feel that now is the time to give back for all the blessings we've had in our life. Big temptation. Most of this is all donated stuff.
Oh, okay.
Folks from either our church or surrounding community.
I've been blessed richly all my life, so I took it as an opportunity to give back something to someone that needed help.
It was our first trip that when we came down here, we saw the massive destruction. And now we've come back a little over a year later, and it's amazing to see the recovery effort.
There's a lot to be done here in Joplin yet, and the progress is coming along, but it's slow, and there's always room for more and more work to be done. There's 365 days a year. If someone can just come for a day or a week or whatever it is and put a little time in, it will help out immensely.
The good news is that Joplin is setting the example for the rest of us out here to show what really the American way of life should be, neighbors helping neighbors.
Swept away by the rising waters. Staring out across the ruins of their homes, they began to fear what tomorrow would bring. Who would they turn to in their darkest hour? Who would hear their cry? Thousands of volunteers from across the country were asked to reach out and help New York, and willingly, they answered the call. Men and women of all nationalities and from all walks of life joined together on the largest disaster response the East Coast has ever seen to extend a helping hand to all those in need. If one were to paint a picture of the mission of the American Red Cross, it would incorporate an intricate design of volunteers who humbly serve those who have lost everything. In New York, volunteers drive emergency response vehicles loaded with hot meals and disperse them to communities in critical need. Other volunteers work in shelters and provide comfort and support to those displaced by the devastation. But together, we strive to bring back happiness and joy to those who have lost so much. People helping people is a beautiful thing, and as this operation moves forward, it is amazing to see the compassion the volunteers bring to everything that they do. As over 5 million relief items were given to those still facing the aftermath of Sandy, we hope that our support may stand as a beacon of light to those who are still left in the darkness.
Mark Murphy with a big happy birthday for Steve and the entire crew at Travel Television. 5 great years. Looking forward to the next 5. Happy birthday.